In the dim light of the barn, a haunting scene unfolds. A majestic white horse, its coat glistening like fresh snow, stands still, a tragic figure marred by a grotesque affliction. Upon closer inspection, one cannot help but recoil at the sight of barnacles. Yes, barnacles, clinging to its flank like grotesque ornaments of nature's cruelty. These marine creatures, typically found on ships and rocks, have found their way to the soft flesh of this noble beast, creating a horrific wound that tells a dark tale of survival and suffering. The barnacle infestation is not just an aesthetic horror. It is a testament to the relentless march of nature, where boundaries blur and the unexpected becomes the norm. Barnacles, small crustaceans that attach themselves to surfaces, are notorious for their tenacity. They begin life as free-swimming larvae, but once they find a suitable host, they latch on with an unyielding grip. In the case of our unfortunate equine friend, these barnacles have burrowed into the skin, causing inflammation, pain, and a festering wound that invites infection. The horse's skin, once a smooth canvas, now resembles a battlefield, pockmarked with the remnants of these uninvited guests. The barnacles, with their hard shells and sharp edges, not only inflict physical damage, but also create an environment ripe for secondary infections, leading to a cascade of health issues. As we delve deeper into the biology of barnacles, we discover their remarkable adaptation skills, thriving in environments that many other species would find inhospitable. They are nature's opportunists, colonizing wherever they can, from the hulls of ships to the backs of unsuspecting animals. This raises a troubling question: what are the ethical implications of such invasiveness? Are we, as humans, not also guilty of encroaching upon the lives and habitats of other creatures, leaving behind our own forms of infestation? In this dark reflection, the story of the white horse becomes a mirror to our own actions. Just as barnacles cling to their host, humans often cling to the natural world, leaving scars that may never heal. The horse's plight serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between nature and humanity. Perhaps the true horror lies not in the barnacles themselves, but in our capacity to overlook the suffering of others, whether they be animal or plant, while we pursue our own interests. And as we ponder this, one can't help but chuckle at the irony. In a world where we strive for beauty and perfection, we often find ourselves entangled in the very things we deem grotesque. In the heart of the African savanna, a majestic lion, often referred to as the king of beasts, roams the sun-scorched landscape. But today, this regal creature bears a horrifying secret. A grotesque barnacle wound festers on its once mighty body. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with a shocking sight, a cluster of barnacles, grotesquely adhered to the lion's flank, transforming its noble form into a canvas of nature's darker side. The barnacles, usually associated with the ocean's depths, have found a most unusual host. These small, crustacean-like creatures, typically clinging to rocks and boats, have taken advantage of the lion's vulnerable state, embedding themselves into its flesh, creating an unsettling juxtaposition of land and sea. The infestation begins when the lion, perhaps weakened by illness or injury, ventures near water sources, attracting these opportunistic barnacles. They latch onto the lion's skin, using their specialized appendages to burrow deep, feeding on the lion's nutrients. As they grow, they form a hard shell-like exterior, exacerbating the wound and leading to infection. The lion's body, once a symbol of strength, now bears the burden of these parasitic invaders, each barnacle a reminder of the relentless cycle of life and death. The infection spreads, causing pain and suffering, a stark reminder of nature's brutality. The lion, once a fierce predator, now struggles to maintain its place in the food chain, weakened by an infestation that seems almost surreal. As we delve deeper into this grotesque phenomenon, we must consider the moral implications of such a scenario. The barnacles, in their relentless pursuit of survival, reflect a darker truth about nature, the constant battle for existence, where the line between predator and prey blurs. It forces us to confront our own role in the ecosystem. Are we not, in some ways, like these barnacles, clinging to our own survival at the expense of others? The lion's plight serves as a chilling reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings. We are all part of this intricate web, where our actions can have far-reaching consequences. So, as we watch this lion, a victim of its own environment, we must ponder: are we the kings of our domain, or merely barnacles, unwittingly infesting the world around us? In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down on the golden grasslands, a chilling scene unfolds. A leopard, known for its grace and stealth, now drags itself through the underbrush, its once majestic form marred by a horrific wound. The source of this affliction? A beehive, an unassuming structure that has become a nightmarish prison for this magnificent creature. As the camera zooms in, we are confronted with the grotesque reality of the leopard's condition. Its skin is swollen and inflamed, a darkened patch of fur revealing the raw, oozing flesh beneath. The buzzing of bees fills the air, a symphony of chaos that underscores the tragedy of this encounter between predator and pollinator. This leopard, once the apex predator of its domain, now finds itself at the mercy of a relentless swarm. The bees, driven by instinct to defend their hive, have turned this feline into an unwitting target. Each sting, a painful reminder of nature's merciless cycle, has left the leopard vulnerable, its strength waning as it grapples with the dual threat of infection and the sheer number of its attackers. The sight is both shocking and fascinating, a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. We often think of animals as invincible, but here lies a poignant truth: even the mightiest can fall victim to the smallest. As we delve deeper into this dark tale, we must consider the biology of bees and their role in the ecosystem. Honeybees, with their intricate social structures and remarkable communication skills, are vital to our planet's health. They pollinate a vast array of plants, ensuring the continuation of diverse ecosystems. However, their defensive behavior can be lethal when provoked. The leopard, drawn to the hive perhaps by curiosity or the scent of honey, has unwittingly trespassed into a realm where it is no longer the hunter, but the hunted. The irony is palpable: a creature that commands respect and fear now finds itself overwhelmed by tiny, buzzing foes. The infestation is not just a physical ailment, it is a testament to the complex relationships that define life in the wild. The bees, in their frantic defense of their home, are not malicious. They are simply following their instincts. Yet, the result is devastating for the leopard. Each bee sting injects venom, causing excruciating pain and swelling. The leopard's body, designed for stealth and power, now bears the marks of a battle it never intended to fight. The bees, with their tiny bodies and fierce determination, have forced this solitary predator into a tragic struggle for survival. As we observe this unfolding drama, we are reminded of the delicate balance of nature. The leopard's plight is a microcosm of the broader environmental challenges we face: human encroachment on wildlife habitats, climate change, and the decline of bee populations, all intertwined in a complex web of cause and effect. The bees, essential for pollination and food production, are dwindling in numbers. Yet here they are, fiercely defending their hive against a creature that poses no real threat. It raises a haunting question in our quest to dominate nature. Have we unwittingly set off a chain reaction that leads to the suffering of both animals and ourselves? In the end, as the leopard continues to battle its painful reality, we are left with a dark twist of fate. The very creatures that provide us with honey and sustain our ecosystems have become agents of destruction for this noble predator. It is a sobering reminder of the interconnectedness of life. The leopard, once the embodiment of strength, is now a victim of circumstance, caught in a web of nature's design that is both beautiful and brutal. Perhaps, in our pursuit of progress, we should take a moment to reflect on the consequences of our actions. After all, while we may view ourselves as the masters of the natural world, the truth is that we are merely players in a much larger game, where every action ripples through the fabric of existence. And as for the leopard, well, let's just say it's a tough life out there, especially when you're allergic to bees. In the vast, sun-drenched savanna, where the golden grass sways gently in the breeze, one might expect to witness the grace and power of a cheetah, the fastest land animal on Earth. But today, we are drawn into a darker tale, one that reveals the hidden horrors lurking beneath the surface of nature's beauty. Meet our unfortunate protagonist, a strikingly beautiful cheetah, now marred by a ghastly barnacle wound that tells a story of survival turned grotesque. The sight is shocking. Clusters of barnacles, resembling grotesque white tumors, cling desperately to the cheetah's flank, their hard exoskeletons contrasting sharply with the soft, tawny fur. It's a gruesome reminder that even the most majestic creatures are not immune to the relentless grip of nature's cruel hand. Barnacles, typically found in oceans clinging to rocks and ships, can also invade the bodies of terrestrial animals, a phenomenon that is as rare as it is revolting. These tiny crustaceans, driven by instinct, latch onto the cheetah's skin, burrowing in and creating a festering wound that is both painful and disfiguring. As the barnacles grow, they siphon nutrients from the cheetah, weakening it and leaving it vulnerable to infection. The cheetah's body, once a symbol of speed and agility, now bears the burden of these parasitic intruders, a living canvas of nature's brutality. The infestation is not just a physical ailment. It is a haunting reminder of the interconnectedness of life and death, predator and prey. While the cheetah suffers, the barnacles thrive, a dark twist of fate that raises questions about the balance of ecosystems. It's a gruesome dance of survival, where one creature's misfortune becomes another's feast. This scenario serves as a chilling reflection on the human impact on nature, where pollution and habitat destruction can lead to unexpected and horrifying consequences. As we witness this tragic spectacle, one cannot help but ponder the ethical implications of our existence. Are we too, like the barnacles, thriving at the expense of others? Or do we have the capacity to learn from the suffering around us, to foster a world where beauty and brutality can coexist without such grotesque manifestations? In the end, while the cheetah may be a victim of nature's harsh realities, it also stands as a testament to resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, life finds a way to persist, albeit sometimes in the most bizarre and unsettling forms. And as we reflect on this unsettling tale, we might chuckle darkly at the irony in the grand theater of life. We are all just players in a script written by nature, complete with its own macabre humor.